Hey everybody, how are you today? Hey, I've got a great tip for you today. This is something that we've been doing with our horses for probably the past 10 years or so. It's made a huge difference. And what I'm talking about today is how to approach the flag. So I know I'm probably a little small on the screen here, but I want to give you enough room that you can see how I'm going to approach the flag. So a lot of people still, and I'm not really sure why, but a lot of people actually still work the flag where they just walk up to it standing still, the flag standing still, and put their reins down and work their horse. That's kind of still the most common way to work horses, and that's the way we did it for years as well. What that does, though, is it actually creates quite a bit of anxiety. So I'm going to tell a story on a client really quick, because it's kind of funny. I'm not going to say his name. I never say anybody's name, but years ago we had a client that was taking cutting lessons and such from us, but he didn't have a horse yet. And there was a big name trainer down south, and if I said the trainer's name, you'd probably know who he is. They had some horses for sale, some cutting horses for sale. So our client went down to this trainer down south to try them out. And when he got back up here, you know, we talked to him and we're like, how'd it go? Did you get something bought? And he didn't end up buying anything, but he told us, he said it was a little awkward because he said when he went down to try these horses with the trainer there, the trainer had him work the flag, and he couldn't get these horses up to the flag. He tried like 3 or 4 different horses, and he said they all were really anxious and trying to suck back and get away from the flag and such when he was trying to get them up to the flag to start working it. And so the trainer actually went and got a shovel and came back into the arena and smacked the horses on the butt to get him, with our client on the horse, to get him up to the flag, which was kind of comical to think about. And I'm not saying that to make fun of anybody, because our horses used to have some anxiety too about working the flag. And not only that, but when we weren't working the flag, when a lot of times horses that we had in training, I'd be riding them around in this arena just exercising them, and every time we'd come around by the flag they would spook and they would side pass, and I would be like, you silly things, I'm not even working the flag, why are you getting nervous? So it's kind of a common thing with a lot of cutting horses to be anxious and nervous about going up to the flag. And for years I thought, well, it's just anticipation of working. You know, it's a lot like a barrel racing horse where they get anxious before they run. That's probably all it is. But then it dawned on us, or somebody told us about this, or I don't remember how we started this, but like I said, we've been approaching the flag differently for years now. And when we changed that, and we have this new approach now, it totally changed our horses. Our horses are no longer anxious about going up to the flag, and I don't have any that spook at the flag when I'm just riding around. I don't have any, including the client's horses. None of them spook at the flag anymore when we're riding around. And the reason is, what I didn't realize that we were doing when we were just going up to the flag and working it when the flag is just sitting there, is the anxiety wasn't necessarily coming from working the flag. The anxiety in the horse's mind was coming from not being able to predict when the flag is going to move. Okay? That was the key. The flag does not have body language. The flag is just an inanimate object sitting there to a horse. He has no clue when you're going to push that button, when you're going to move that flag. A horse can cows. Cows have body language. And once in a while, a cow will, of course, fake a horse out, but they'll have all these little pieces of body language before they move. They might flick an ear, they might swing their head a little bit, they might pick up a foot. There's all kinds of things that a horse can read on a cow, and horses are very good at reading body language. On a flag, the horse is at a total disadvantage. He has no way to predict. So that was actually what was creating the anxiety in the horse, was not being able to predict when the flag was going to move. Okay, and the other reason why we changed our approach is because, I mean, tell me this, when have you ever been to a cutting and the one cow that you wanted to cut just stood out there in the middle of the pen and just stood there and didn't move and waited for you? I mean, it's a very unrealistic thing to go up to the flag and just work it from a standstill. That's not how it's going to go when you're working cows. So the way we approach the flag now is much more realistic to what you're going to do at a cutting or any kind of cow work you're going to be doing. So let me show you. So my superstar here that I'm riding today is one of our stallions. This is Ruck and J-Bar. So this is what we do now when we approach the flag. The first thing that we do, let me make sure I'm in the shot here. Okay, I'm a little close. We normally sit back. I want you to be able to see. The first thing that we do when we work horses now is just sit here and move the flag. So we just sit here on our horse and let them watch. Okay, this does several things. This lets your horse be calm. I'm teaching my horse just because the flag moved doesn't mean you have to move. You don't have to jump. You don't have to be ready to go any instant that the flag moves. You can sit here and do nothing with the flag moving. So it gives him confidence. It takes that anxiety away. It gives him a minute to get in the frame of mind. Hey, this is what we're going to do next, which is showing a lot of respect to the horse. And then he can also kind of read the speed of the flag. And I know, most flags have two different speeds, but still, he can kind of get an idea of how fast we're going to be going. So this is what I do. And sometimes we sit here for 10 seconds, sometimes we sit here for a minute or two. It kind of depends on the horse. Wally doesn't have any anxiety. He's a pretty cool dude, so he doesn't need a lot of time. Okay, so when I'm ready to approach the flag, all I'm going to do is point my horse's head towards the flag, no matter where it is, as I'm moving forward. Now, a lot of people, when they first learn this, they get anxious because they feel like they're working the flag back here. You are not working the flag back here. Back here is your herd work, basically, okay? You're cutting out the flag, so to speak, back here. You're not. There is a difference. So I'm not working the flag until I'm close enough to the flag that I'm on my line, okay? So we have an invisible line, a certain distance away from the flag where we like our horses to work, just like in the show pen. And so I'm not actually working the flag until I'm on my line. So when I approach the flag, I can putt, I can take all day, I can go slow. There's nothing that says I have to keep up with the flag until I'm on my line. I can also go fast. If my horse is being lazy, if my horse needs some motivation, I can march him up there quickly too, of course. But most of the time, I kind of mosey up. So I'm pointing my horse's head towards the flag, pointing his head towards the flag, no matter where it goes, towards the flag, no matter where it goes. Okay, now it's quite a bit ahead of me, so I'm just gonna wait. I am on my line, but I'm gonna wait till the flag is back to me, and we're there. Good boy. Okay, and you can see this approach is not going to take any intensity off your horse. Your horse can tell a big difference between when you're on the line and you're telling them we're working, we're in position, we're Johnny on the spot, and when we're still approaching the flag. They can tell the difference between those two things. So I'll show you again, just so everybody can get a really good idea. So I'm going to let my horse stand for just a second. Okay, now again, wherever that flag goes, and a lot of times I'm trying to stay in camera. A lot of times we start further back. I'm just going to point his head towards the flag, no matter where it goes, and just keep coming forward, point his head towards the flag, no matter where it goes, and I'm on my line, hand down. So even if the flag happens to get out way in front of you, so let's say somehow I got kind of off kilter and I ended up being almost on my line down here, and then the flag ran all the way to the end. Now it's going to depend on who's running your flag and how mean they want to be to you. But let's say the flag is over here, and I'm almost on my line, and then the flag goes all the way down there, and then I turn and I'm on my line. That's okay. I still, once I'm on my line and the flag is way down there, I still walk towards it even though I'm on my line, and as soon as the flag is in position with me, then it's hand down and working it. So I'm still walking towards the flag even though I am on my line. I'm not worried about working it until the flag is caught up with me, and it's a go. So this is really an easy, foolproof way to approach the flag. Like I said, don't get worried about being exactly in position or exactly with your flag until you're on your line and your flag is caught up with you. Now, most of the time you're close to the flag when you're close to the line, okay? One more time. So I'm walking towards the flag, walking towards the flag, walking towards the flag, walking towards the flag, keeping his head on it, walking towards the flag, and hand down. So most of the time you are going to be pretty close to being right with your flag as long as you are keeping his head towards it, his head towards it, and moving forward, even if it's slow, no matter which way that flag goes. Okay, so try it out. If you haven't approached the flag this way, try it out. I think you'll see a big difference in your horses. It's going to make your horses more confident, more happy, having more fun working the flag. It really does help them out, especially mentally, with approaching the flag this way. If you have any questions, let me know. Shoot me a comment. I'll try to answer them. And subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. I do plan on doing more videos. Take care.